Hang on to your fronts, Planny. We're going to save Lucy and all of the other people who were captured.
See you at the movies. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 most anticipated movies of 2019. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're taking a look at movies that already have us marking our calendars for 2019. Number 10, John Wick 3, Parabellum. Release date, May 17th, 2019.
You, working again?
No, just sorting some stuff out.
If you think Keanu Reeves peaked 20 years ago with The Matrix, you clearly have not been keeping up with this badass series. Not only has John Wick emerged as one of Reeves' most compelling characters, his first film also raised the bar for modern action pictures with a slick style, brilliantly choreographed gun fu, and a hard R rating. Chapter 2 maintained that momentum by delving deeper into the underground world of professional assassins, and left us on a stellar cliffhanger by literally pitting Mr. Wick against the world. We're not sure how or if John will get out of this one, but we can expect an exhilarating thrill ride either way.
You wanted me back. I'm back.
Number 9, The Lion King. Release date, July 19th, 2019.
Hakuna Matata.
Audiences are generally split on Disney's live-action and CGI remakes, with the naysayers deeming them unnecessary and inferior to their predecessors. But it was hard to find fault with Jon Favreau's The Jungle Book, which grossed just under $1 billion, received a 95% score on Rotten Tomatoes, and won an Oscar for its stunning visual effects. This made Favreau the natural choice to direct Disney's remake of The Lion King, which will reportedly use the same, quote, technologically groundbreaking approach to bring a classic tale to life. Coming out 25 years after the original, the casting sounds pitch perfect, with Donald Glover as Simba, Beyoncé as Nala, and James Earl Jones reprising his role as Mufasa.
Remember who you are. You are my son, and the one true king. Remember who you are.
Number 8, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Release date, July 26th, 2019. It's been a complicated journey to the silver screen for Quentin Tarantino's 9th film, which revolves around the Manson family murders. The project was originally tied to the Weinstein Company, but Tarantino ended his relationship with the studio following the sexual assault allegations against Harvey Weinstein. Luckily for us, the film has found a new home at Sony Pictures, with a reported budget of $95 million. Tarantino will reunite with Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt, but the performer who has arguably generated the most buzz is Margot Robbie, who stars as Roman Polanski's wife and Manson family murder victim Sharon Tate. Do we already have an early Oscar contender?
I mean, it's what you all came for, folks.
Number 7, How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. Release date, March 1st, 2019.
Our story changed the world forever.
Audiences typically associate DreamWorks animation with pop culture references and in-jokes. So, How to Train Your Dragon was a breath of fresh air, telling a timeless story with a rich mythology. That mythology was further explored in the 2014 sequel, as well as the Dragons television series. Fans are hoping that The Hidden World will be the animation equivalent of The Return of the King, capping off an epic trilogy with grander action sequences, stronger character moments, and a fitting end for our heroes.
Hand him over.
I will never give him up.
Then I will destroy everything you love.
Will Hiccup come into his own as a leader? Will Toothless find true love? Will dragons and humans ultimately coexist in harmony? Let's take flight and find out.
Show them what you got, bud.
Number 6, It Chapter 2. Release date, September 6th, 2019.
Hiya, Georgie. What a nice boat.
2017's It became a monster hit, focusing on the Losers Club during their youth and saving their next confrontation with Pennywise for the sequel. While we're hoping the kid actors from the original film all get some quality screen time, the actors selected to play their adult counterparts seem like ideal choices. How can you go wrong with Jessica Chastain as Beverly, James McAvoy as Bill, and Bill Hader as Richie? We're not sure if the film will incorporate some of the more out-there concepts from Stephen King's novel, such as Matra and the Turtle or its giant spider form. But Whatever the filmmakers have in store for us, we are floating with anticipation.
Time to float.
Number 5. Toy Story 4. Release date, June 21st, 2019.
He held me. He actually held me.
Of all the animated sequels coming out in 2019, Toy Story 4 has us the most curious. Since the third installment left the gang on just the right note, you wouldn't think there'd be much left for Pixar to play around with. This sequel has been described less as a continuation, however, and more as a standalone sequel, centering on a love story between Woody and Bo Peep.
Bo Peep? Yeah, even Bo.
Will the plot open up a whole new world of possibilities for the franchise, or should we just expect an unnecessary cash grab? With Oscar nominee Josh Cooley directing, and Stephanie Folsom of Thor Ragnarok crafting the screenplay, we're confident that the project will go to infinity and beyond.
Sequel. The studio wants more. While they wait for Tom Hanks to make Toy Story 4.
Number 4. Wonder Woman 1984. Release date, November 1st, 2019.
Then I'm willing to fight for those who cannot fight for themselves.
Just when we were ready to jump ship from the DCEU, Wonder Woman lassoed us back on board. Granted, this cinematic universe still hasn't fully recovered from its missteps, but 2019 is bringing us some promising offerings with Shazam and especially Wonder Woman 1984. Director Patty Jenkins and star Gal Gadot are back for this sequel, which sets itself during the Cold War. Although they met tragic ends in the previous film, we'll also see the return of Chris Pine's Steve Trevor and Robin Wright's Antiope. While the casting of Kristen Wiig as Cheetah raised a few eyebrows, fans were also critical about Gadot playing Wonder Woman at first, and she proved all the skeptics wrong. Number 3. Godzilla, King of the Monsters. Release date, May 31st, 2019.
Our world is changing.
Godzilla and Kong Skull Island were a lot of fun, but we're still waiting for Legendary's MonsterVerse to really blow us away with something truly astounding. Well, if the trailer's any indication, Godzilla King of the Monsters is the action extravaganza we've been waiting for. The cast includes A-listers like Kyle Chandler, Vera Farmiga, and Millie Bobby Brown, with no Matthew Broderick in sight. As impressive as that lineup sounds, it's the monsters that have us giddy with excitement. In addition to Godzilla, Mothra, Rodan, and King Ghidorah are all appearing in the most ambitious monster mash of recent memory. Their titanic battle will set the stage for Godzilla vs. Kong, slated for release in 2020.
Long live the king.
Number 2. Star Wars Episode 9. Release date, December 20th, 2019.
We can't outrun them! We might!
The recent string of Star Wars films got off to a terrific start with The Force Awakens and Rogue One, but the fan reception to The Last Jedi was fiercely divisive, and Solo underperformed at the box office. This makes Episode 9 arguably the most important Star Wars movie Disney has produced yet. Not only is the film supposed to wrap up the Star Wars sequel trilogy, it also must bring the Skywalker saga to a close and pave the way for a new generation of intergalactic adventures. That's a pretty tall order to fill, but the Force should be strong with this one as long as J.J. Abrams is in the captain's chair.
We have a script. What? Which is a big deal for me.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Bill Murray, you're a zombie?
Oh, I'm on fire! Ouch!
I specialize in those individuals who believe they are superheroes.
There's a little gray area in there, and that's where you operate.
What does that mean that I'm an Avenger?
No.
Number 1. Avengers 4. Release date, May 3rd, 2019.
All right, Guardians, don't forget this might be dangerous, so let's put on our mean faces.
As its first female-led solo film, Captain Marvel will be a landmark entry in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The MCU will reach another milestone just 2 months later, however, with the release of Avengers 4, which brings a 22-movie arc to a close, while also acting as a new beginning. For the handful of people who haven't seen Avengers Infinity War yet, Let's just say that the film ended on what's bound to go down as the most talked about cliffhanger since The Empire Strikes Back. While everyone has their theories about what'll happen next, we'll have to wait until May 3rd to see which Avengers survive and what the future of this franchise holds.
And it will be the noblest ending in the history.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.